Welcome back, all you wild and woolly Vikings. This is Julie 1961 coming at you once again from the shores of Valheim. And today we're going fishing. I've been looking forward to this to get a chance to show y'all some tips and tricks, as well as how to fix a broken fishing rod, which I haven't seen anywhere else, but it's happened to me twice so far, and I don't know whether it's a glitch on my server or the game, but it's entirely very frustrating. So we'll get to that as we go through there. I'll show you how to get around that little issue if it happens to you. So sit back, pop some popcorn, get ready for another exciting adventure on Valheim with Old Gamers Never Die. And if you enjoy this video, find it entertaining or informative in some way, drop a like on the top there. I really would appreciate it. Let me know that y'all are out there and appreciate the things I'm doing. And if you would, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to make sure you hit that bell so you'll know every time I post a new video to the channel. So relax, enjoy yourself. Hope you're going to find this entertaining and informative. And let's get this puppy started. All right, so one of the things you're going to need when you go on a little fishing jaunt is you're going to need some coin in your pocket, because we're going to have to go see the trader. Now the trader is located on your map, and as you start playing the game, as you start to do your exploration, you're going to fill out your map. And what you want to be looking for is this symbol right here in this, basically the center of the map. Right there, looks like a money bag. That's the vendor. There'll be one on your map somewhere. It's random and there's only one. So make sure that you're doing some exploration, looking around different places. He'll always be in a dark forest. And if you need help finding him, because every map is procedurally generated, there's no way for somebody to tell you where he is. But there are videos out there, if you really kind of want to cheese it, that'll give you the number of a seed that you can go to that has directions on the map straight to the vendor on that particular seed. You can go there and go see him. I like to explore, and I did some exploration. I found where he's at, and so I hopped on my trusty raft, which broke apart once I got to the shore. But I got out here and located him in the forest. Now, don't do what I did. Don't bring all your gold and all your stuff with you because you found him and you want to go see what he's got. Be smart. Unlike me, because you never know what you're going to run into out here, and you don't know what's going to happen to your stuff if you lose it way far away from home. Do what I did after the fact, which is I went and set up a FOB, or a forward operating base, near where the vendor is. Basically, I took over a tower that was inhabited by the gray dwarfs. I kicked them out and I took over ownership, and I built it up a little bit so you kind of see it as I'm going out. But this is very close to where the vendor's at, so I put up a portal here back to my home base, and I can travel back and forth here whenever I want to buy something from the vendor, or I want to sell some of my jewels or amber that I find in the course of exploring dungeons. So we know where the guy's at, Mr. Haldor, and we're going to go find him. But the first thing we're going to need is some money, because he likes the monies. The fishing rod, I believe, is 350 gold coins. We're going to have to buy some bait too. So let's take out, if you hold shift down, if you haven't picked up this tip yet, and click on the item, you can use the slider and decide how much you want to take. Let's just take an even 400. And if I can make the slider work, well, let's do 4 or 5. That's close enough. Okay, and I'll drop that into my inventory. I don't need to take this other stuff with me, so I'm gonna drop some stuff off real quick, and then we will be on our way. You can also hold down control and just click on it, and it'll drop right into the box that you're trying to put stuff in. I do have a few jewels, I think. Yeah, I'll take these with me and sell those while I'm up there. We'll show you how that works too. Okay, so we got that stuff on me. I'm gonna eat a little bit. Get that going. Tasty soup and some fish and some roast beef. And while the bar is creeping up, we'll head on out. Now, as you can see, it was a tower. They had it. It's mine now, and I'm making my home here, at least for some workshop type items. So put up some few defenses, and because I get trolls here a lot, and I get raided by the Drager quite a few times, so make sure I've got some good defenses. And this helps me with my swimming skill, so I get to practice that pretty much every time I'm coming back and forth to the shore. One of these days I'm gonna get around to building a bridge, but you know, for now this works, and I need to build my skills up anyway. So I won't bore you with the trip. We'll get back to you when I get to Mr. Haldor. Oh well, there's a troll. So one of the nice things about the vendor is if I can make it to him, he's got a bubble that protects him from everything. So all I gotta do is maintain my stamina. If I've got something, I'm fairly new in the world and I don't have a whole lot of resources, I'm not very strong, all I gotta do is outrun the enemies to his little shop. So hoping the troll will probably get tired of chasing me, but if he doesn't, we'll be here shortly. Okay, as you see, as I approach, you can see he's got a bubble around him as a warded area where no enemies can attack you. So all you gotta do is get into this bubble and you are safe. So nothing will attack you here. Well, hello Haldor, how's it going, dude? Okay, I would like a fishing rod because I want to go fishing. Get E to talk to him, and you can see he's got some things that I can buy. You can see they're lit up, the ones that I can afford. I can afford to buy a fishing rod, and I can afford to buy some bait. You get 50 bait or worms is what it looks like. For 10 gold coins, 350 gets you a fishing rod. So you use one bait per cast, and we'll get the rod. I'll show you how that works, but you want to make sure you have enough bait to last you. I got 200 the first time I got a fishing rod, and I'm nowhere near going through it. So I'm just gonna get one stack, and I'm gonna get a fishing rod to keep here at this base because I keep forgetting mine when I come out here and there's fish at both places. So we will hover over it and we'll click on it and we'll say, I want to buy this, and he will sell it to us. Thank you, Haldor. And then we'll click on the fishing bait, and I'm just gonna buy one. Okay. Now I have some things in my inventory that I want to get rid of. What he does when he buys something, and I'll show you the button you click, he's going to take and he'll give you gold for what he sees in your inventory. And if you don't want to sell something, before you hit that buy button, just take it and drop it on the ground. Okay? And then he won't buy it, right? It's because it's not in your inventory. You can go back and pick it up. But if you have it in your inventory, he's going to buy whatever he wants to buy, and it may not be something you want to sell. So if you get here and say you have something in there that you really weren't ready to sell yet, just drop it on the ground. As long as you're not in a server with a lot of people, just make sure nobody's around there going to grab it from you. But that way it keeps him from buying stuff that you don't want to sell. All right, so we're going to sell these 2 gems. We're going to sell my rubies, and we're going to sell my amber, and now I got a little bit more gold in my pocket, and I'm going to head back to base. I'll see you when I get there. You're a troll somewhere. Oh, there he is. See, I'll show you. Where's he at? And he can't get to me in here. So, you know, one way to kill a troll, just keep popping your head out, thump him a couple times, and run back in there. And you'll have your troll dead. All right, you can call that cheesy if you want to, but hey, I didn't pick the fight with him. He picked one with me. So there you go. And a little bit of extra gold. Drop as well. That's not bad. Do I have anything I don't need? I need this headpiece, so I'll get this hide real quick. All right, now back to camp. One thing, as you run through the forest, if you're going to find different resources, and a good way to quickly mark them, just hit the M button, double tap on where you're at, and type in what it is underneath. So I've already got this copper vein marked, but I'll take it off. So double tap on the place you want to put your marker. Type in copper. And now that's there for me to come back and find later. I like to use these things as kind of a code. So I put a dot for deposits of metal and things that I want to come back to as far as resources go. And the hammer I use for crypts, and the house I use for my base, and the fire I use for little fobs, just so that I can quickly see on my map what it is and what, you know, don't have to sit there and try to read through everything to figure out what's going where. All right, on we go one more time. We'll get there sooner or later. Promise. Okay, we're back at home base, and of course it's nighttime, so I'm gonna go take a quick nap, and we're going fishing in the morning. All right, it's morning and time to go catch us some fish. Let's see, looks like a nice day. All right, seems like every other day it rains here, so it's good. We're on a good start here. Close this gate. Now, I am going to head around this way. We've got a little cove here that it's a little bit easier to show you how to do this. Pick this. Figures. Only problem is the neighbors don't like me fishing on this little point, so every once in a while they come over here and bug me. But the reason I want to come out here is because if you look down the water, you can see the fish, and that way you know there's fish there. I haven't tried fishing in a boat, but fishing off land is really simple and it'll get you what you need. So I just find a little outcrop in a rock, and that's what I usually do when I want to go fishing. You want to be in a place where you're not going to constantly get washed underwater, because it'll make your fishing rod go away. So let's equip our rod. So I'm going to put it in the 7 slot. And to equip the bait on the rod, you do the same thing you do for selecting an arrow. You just hold down the right mouse button on it, turns orange, then it turns blue. Now that's what the bait is that I'm going to be using to fish with. Okay, so equip my fishing rod and I'm ready to roll. To cast, you hold down the left mouse button a little while and cast. You don't want to hold it down too long, because you throw it, the longer you hold it down, the further out it goes. And believe me when I tell you, you don't want it way out too far, because you're going to be using stamina to pull the fish in. And if it's out too far, all right, I got a fish. I'm holding down my right mouse button to hook him and pull him in. You can see my stamina bar going down. If I run out of stamina before I get him on the shore, I'll lose him. So you want to make sure that you have enough stamina, eat your veggies before you go fishing, so you're ready to roll. I'll pump mine up real quick, and we'll go fishing for another time. Now, if you just tap your rod, it's not going to go out very far. But every time you pull it in, you're going to use one bait. And it really doesn't have to be out very far for the fish to bite it. Now, we'll leave it here for a second and see if they'll take it this close, but I'm betting they will. That guy's swimming around it. He's wanting it. Come on, get it. That might be a little bit too close for this area. All right, so let's do another cast out. A little bit further this time. There we go. 8 meters out. Let's see if that'll get them. You want to watch for the bobber to go under. As soon as the bobber goes under, hit the right mouse button and hold it down, and that'll hook him, and that'll start reeling it in. All right, got that one. Come on, fish. There we go. Now, when I go reel one in, it says caught fish. Look in your inventory, you'll see I got 2 fish meats in there. It nicely guts it, cleans it, and ready to go on the fire. So there's fish that have one. They give you 1 fish meat. There's some fish that'll give you 2, and there's some that'll give you 4. You just have to catch the right ones. And I'm going to move my location here a second. I'm not really seeing I'm getting much attention from the fish. like I want. So we're gonna go right here. All right, let's see if I can get a cast out here. Let's see what we get. That's what I mean about getting someplace where the water might wash you away. Alright, we're going back to the farm where my other base is, and we'll do some fishing there, have a little bit of luck. I think I fished this place out or something. I scared them all off. We're going to try it at the farm, see if I can't get something to bite over there. Let me leave my rod here. Some bait here. And then we're going to go take a trip to the portal and give that a shot. Alright, we're back at home base, and we'll run in here and grab the fishing rod I have for this base. Here, get some bait. Okay. Now I'm ready to go. Outside. And we'll fish from right here. I've usually got pretty much luck here. We'll see. I don't see a lot of fish around. Just a little bit. See if we can attract a few whoppers. All right away we got one. Let's see what this one's going to be. Bring him up. Come on, stop fighting. Gotcha. See how many that one gave us. Alright, so that gave us 2 versus the 1 that the other 2 we'd gotten. Let's see if we can get a little bit bigger one. That's way too far out. So what I'm doing to reel it back is to just tap the right mouse button and let it reel it back a little bit. I don't want to bring it all the way back to shore, because then if I get it too close, then they really won't bite it, like we saw that first cast. And then it's just a waiting game. If you can see fish in the water, it usually doesn't take them long to start biting. There's one going after it now. There we go. Get him in. So these long yellow looking ones or greenish looking ones, they're going to give you 2 fish. The little silver ones will give you 1, and there's a bigger silver one. Try to catch one of those that, I don't know, looks kind of like a tuna, a small tuna. But that one will give you 4 fish meat. Keep turning around because I hear something growling behind me, so, you know. It's always somebody wants to get in on the fun when you're out fishing, right? Think you got a day off to yourself, kick back, relax, and you got somebody rain on your parade. What I've found as far as when to go fishing, I really haven't found a bad time to go. Mornings, nighttime. After it gets dark, I've not had any luck. Once it gets too dark, I guess for the fish or the AI detector or whatever, I've not been able to catch anything. But as long as the sun's out, I've even gone out in the middle of a rainstorm from the bank and fished and caught fish. It's just a matter of kind of whether anything's out here. Just like real life, right? I'm really not seeing much out here today. Oh, there's one. He's heading for it. Boom. There we go. Come on out. This is one of the little ones, I think. So kind of like the 1-star and 2-star enemies, you got 3 levels of fish. And I think that's probably a 1. Yeah, we got a one fish meat off of that one. Wind is picking up. That's not good. Let's see if we got anything over this way. I mean, you can cast it way out there, hold the mouse button down a little while and just throw it. But, I lost my rod. Okay. Now's as good a time as any to talk about my broken fishing rod. So, I was out here fishing one day. Nice, calm, no waves kicking it out. And I'm casting and everything's great. I caught about 20 fish. And all of a sudden, my rod just goes away. So I'm casting. No wave came up. I'm just minding my own business, and all of a sudden, boom, my rod's gone. I'm like, what the heck? What happened? Did I run out of bait? And so I go to my inventory, and I got plenty of bait. And I noticed that my rod doesn't have a bar underneath of it. Well, it's the first fishing rod I had on the game. I didn't know anything about how this worked, but trust me, the rod has no durability. It doesn't break, not in game. Now, what I had was I couldn't equip it anymore. So no matter what I did, no matter what button I hit, it would not equip. And it's happened to me twice, and usually after I've gotten about 20 fish. So the first thing I tried was, I decided to go back to Haldor and give him a piece of my mind. And said, dude, my fishing rod's broke. Can't you help me out? I thought you were a jolly old elf. Can't you wave your magic wand, make my fishing rod work? And he said,
I'm not an elf, I'm a dwarf. And I'm short for a dwarf, which makes me sad and grumpy. So, no, read the sign. You should have read the sign.
What sign?
Over there.
Well, I didn't see a sign when I came in. Oh, you're kidding me. No returns, no refunds, no exceptions. Well, that stinks. He can't fix my fishing rod. He's not going to give me a refund. I don't know what to do. So I go out to Dr. Google, because, that's what you do, and look to see if somebody else had this problem. And I couldn't find anybody. Well, in the meantime, what I had done so that I could go out to Haldor and not lose my fishing rod is I came into my house and I took my fishing rod out of my inventory and dropped it in this box here. And there's nothing magical about that box. I just put it in there. It could have been any of them. And when I came back after I had done some research and couldn't find anybody else who had had this problem, I said, well, let me look at this thing. So I opened it back up and I said, well, it doesn't even have a bar under there. And I noticed in other people's videos it doesn't have one. So it doesn't have any durability, so it shouldn't break. So I equipped it again, put it back in my slot like I had it before, and I tried it. And lo and behold, it worked. So I don't know if it was a glitch in my server. I don't know if it was a glitch in my computer. I don't know what happened that day, but it's happened twice. And both times I've been able to fix it the same way. I just bring it in, put it in a box, and then take it back out. The second time I took it right back out and it worked. So if that happens to you, give that a shot. See if that doesn't get you right back out there fishing. And I just want to be clear, even with the little glitch I found with the fishing rod, this game is awesome. I mean, the things you can do in here for the amount of real estate it takes up on your computer, I mean, it is amazing. I love the game. It keeps me entertained. It keeps my attention. I can sit and play it for hours and the time just flies by. So, it's an early access game. There's probably some things that are going to happen as we go through the process of it really getting out there. But I'm telling you, 4 million Vikings are not wrong. This game is awesome and you should really try it if you haven't already. Just want to throw that in there. I am not unsatisfied with the game at all. I love this game. It is one of my favorites so far for a very long time. And I didn't see this one coming, but it has really renewed my faith in developers and getting something out there that really has a quality product. I've seen AAA titles launch that were complete train wrecks, and you guys probably know which ones they are because you did the same thing. You went out and bought them, listening to all the hype. This one, I'm telling you, the hype is real. Go out and get you a copy. Enjoy Valheim. Enjoy your Viking experience. Go out and sail a boat. Build a farm. Build a shop. Go adventuring, go crypt crawling, whatever you want to do, the game's got it. I just want to throw that out there. I'm loving it. There'll be more videos on Valheim as I go forward, so keep at it, guys. Okay, so when you're wondering why the heck would you bother getting a fishing rod and why the heck would you want to go fishing and waste time and do all that kind of stuff? Well, one, it is actually kind of relaxing, but there's a purpose for it. You can catch a bunch of fish and cook them. You can go out in the woods and try to shoot deer and shoot boar and look all everywhere for neck, but all you gotta do is stand still and fish, and you can catch a boatload of fish. I've gotten 40 in a game day just sitting out there at the end of my dock fishing. And when you look at the comparison of the meat, so you have just the regular, drumstick, ham hock, whatever you want to call it. It's got a 40 health, 30 stamina, 1200 seconds, and 2 hit points per tick for healing. Fish has got 45 health, 25 stamina, so a little bit better health, a little less stamina, same duration, and 2 hit points per tick. You have a neck beat, it's got 35 health, so better there, 20 stamina, so better there, and it's 2 hit points per tick, but only lasts 1,000 seconds. So if you're looking for an easy way to get some kind of meat that you can use when you're out running dungeons or just running around the forest, you can catch a bunch of fish, cook them all up, whether it's with a party or whether you're by yourself playing this game solo, and you've got a steady supply of food that you don't have to go put yourself in real danger to get. Just go out to any stream. And a lot of people I know put bases on the river. I always try to get on a water source when I'm playing these survival games. So you're probably there anyway. And if you're not, you can probably fix a place so it's safe enough to go out there and fish and catch as many as you want. The bait doesn't cost that much. And you're set for getting steady supply of meat when, you just can't find a deer, or you're in a place where you can't get regular meat. Going fishing is a great way to stock up your resources so you've got some food, so that when you're out plundering around, you don't end up running out of stamina, running out of health. It gives you a pretty good health pool when you add it up with all this other stuff. So that's why I like to keep a pretty steady supply of fish at my base, cooked and ready to go. I can just drop by here, stock back up, and get back to running out in the woods and trying to run some dungeons and fight trolls and everything else that's out there. It's a good way early game to make sure you've got meat in your inventory. You don't have to hunt as much. You don't have to put yourself at risk as much. You just have to find some gold to buy it. And you can get gold off of trolls. You can get gold off of running dungeons and crypts or burial chambers, whatever you want to call them, in the dark forest. Another thing that you can do is, if you can find areas that have a stone formation that look like the outline of a ship, if you have a pick, you can dig that out, and in there, basically that's a ship wreckage, and you'll find things like bones as a resource. You may find some rubies, you may find some amber pearls, and usually you'll find a chest in there that's got some other goodies in there and probably some gold. So anytime you see one of those ships, make sure you're digging those up so you get the resources out of them, and then you build up your stockpile to head out to Haldor once you find him. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you got some entertainment out of it. I hope it solves a problem. If you run into the same issue I had with the broken fishing pole, don't take it back to Haldor. Really, he doesn't like it. He's a grumpy guy. Just stick it in a box, wait a few seconds, take it back out, and see if it doesn't fix it. Like I said, it may just be me, but I couldn't find anybody else who's had this issue on the internet. I'm going to post this out there just in case you do. So I hope you found this video entertaining or helpful in some way. And if you did, please make sure you hit that like button. Let me know that you did appreciate the information. If you would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. Helps me out a lot. Make sure you ring that bell so that you'll get notified every time I post a new video on Old Gamers Never Die. And with that, this is Yulie signing off.